he has to hold my hand because he's 3 years old. But when I take Preston to the grocery store, he doesn't have to hold my hand because he's 12 years old. So people have to understand that it's not a forever thing. You have an 8-week-old puppy. Put a leash on it when it comes out of the crate.
Okay, so what are we talking about here? We're talking about kids and puppy interactions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think a lot of times when folks get new puppies and they bring them into their family, everybody's so excited about the puppy. And everybody wants to be a part of the puppy's life. And then the problems start. The nipping at the legs, the biting at the clothes, the jumping, the sharp, little nails and stuff. And then what was super fun is now frustrating, right? And so how can we avoid some of that frustration? Because we have to teach kids and puppies boundaries with each other. So little kids need to learn boundaries with the puppy. So I'm not a kid trainer. I'm not even going to touch that. Not a kid trainer, But with a puppy that's 6 months or younger, 6 months or younger, when you have the puppy out of the crate, your only leverage, really, is to put a leash on the dog when it comes out of the crate. And people, when I tell people that, I think sometimes people are like, so that's your expert advice? I'm like, yeah, that's my expert advice. Because it's so simple, and it's one of those things where, like, there's no magic pill. Because, pre 6 months old, the dog knows very, very, very little. Mm-hmm. So I always give people the example, I have a 3-year-old nephew, and when I take him to the grocery store, I hold his hand from the moment we get out of the car to the moment we get back in the car. I never let go of his hand. Why? He's 3 years old. That's why. I have a 12-year-old nephew. I don't hold his hand when we go to the grocery store or cross the street. Why? Because he's 12 years old. He knows the rules. He gets it. So with a young puppy, 6 months and younger, they know very, very, very little. And so you put a leash on them when they're outside of the crate, and now you have leverage. Now you can communicate with the dog in a way that is a little bit more seamless than running after them or screaming and yelling at them.
Yeah, because then you have that whole 6-foot line so that you can get them quickly away from whatever is causing the issue.
Exactly.
Do you have any recommendations on supervision? Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. So, every family has to determine the maturity of their children. I've met some of the most mature 12-year-olds, and I've met some of the most immature 16-year-olds. So every family has to determine the maturity of their children, and if the parents are going to allow a child to take responsibility of the puppy. Is the puppy going to be out and they're going to be on their video games and the puppy's going to be eating Legos? Or are you going to deem that your child is mature enough that when the puppy's out of the crate, they're actually watching it? They're actually being purposeful with it. Only the parents can, and you have to be honest with yourself, about that. So, when it comes to children taking responsibility of the puppy, that's definitely a situation by situation case. But I usually say a mature, responsible individual in the family needs to be purposeful with the puppy when it's out of the crate.
All right, I like it. Any other recommendations, or you think that's good for?
I think that's a good start.
Yeah, I think it's a good start too.
Yeah.
All right.